Are you still living with poor air quality? Is ash falling from your sky? Are you waking up with a whole layer of ash on your car, your driveway? Maybe you're going outside and it's really hard to breathe. You've got asthma and it's even harder to breathe than it's ever been. Maybe you are used to having your windows open because you're on the West Coast and you're Northern California, Washington, Oregon, and the air comes in and it's crystal clear from right off of the ocean and you can breathe gently, easily, but not so anymore. What's changed? Well, even as far west coast as Idaho and Colorado is seeing effects of the smoke, of the fire, the ash coming in. And if you've got asthma, any kind of emphysema, breathing conditions, it's a struggle to breathe. What are you gonna do? Welcome to today's renovation of the nose. We're gonna talk about just that. I am Deb Meyer with Odor Exit. And we love it if this is your first time here for you to go down and hit the subscribe button and be notified each time we do a new video. We talk about odors and how to fix them and make your nose a better place to be. Today we're talking about fires, and the fires continue out west. Crazy people are having parties. A gender announcement party. Can you believe it? And they don't announce the gender of the new baby to be born sometime in the near future, but they do it with colored smoke, and the color of the smoke is the gender of the baby. This one happened to cause a fire, and not what California needed was another fire right now. You can see in my background, the colors, the yellows, the ash is just goldish yellow. And they're telling you to take pictures of the ash and the size of the ashes coming down so they can determine better the fire. And I'm not all sure what entails in there, but if you're used to being able to breathe easily out in California, not so now. Keep your windows closed, and you probably don't even have air conditioning, so that's even harder. What are you gonna do? Well, avoid outside activity, exercising outside, running like you probably used to every day of your life or 3 days of your week. Can't be doing that anymore. Even getting gasoline's gotta be a problem, a trigger if you're having difficulty breathing. Some of the problems you might find from breathing all this stuff are dizziness and irritation of your eyes, nose, ears, throat, emphysema. What are all kind of the diseases that come? Lung disease, lung damage from breathing this too long, coughing, sneezing, dizziness, just headache, fatigue. No, we are not talking about COVID here, but they are a lot of the same symptoms. Is there anything that Odor Exit can do to solve any of these issues for you? And actually, there are a couple products that are going to make your life easier to breathe. Now, we've got one right here. It's called Magic, and I don't know if you can see this on the camera. It is water and essential oils. We've had very, 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 very few people ever complain in normal circumstances of this causing them any triggers and being difficult to breathe. It is water and essential oils. You can spray your walls, spray the air, and it's going to absorb those gases in the air that we perceive as odors. It's going to make the air fresher. Obviously, you still want to close your windows, one, to keep the ash and the smoke out as best you can, and two, to keep the magic in. We have smokers that use this product so that the family members don't know they're still smoking, or the family members will come over and visit because the place doesn't smell like it used to. So what it does is absorb those gases. So Magic's the first thing you may want to try, spraying on your walls, spraying in the air, spraying your couch, furniture. It's not going to stain, it's non-toxic, it's going to make you breathe better. If you are really susceptible to all these things and can keep your windows closed, and our other product is the AQM, Air Quality Manager. Make sure I got that right side up. It puts out a gas in the air and oxidizes those smoke smells. So if you've smoked, if not you, somebody has smoked in your house for 5 years, 10 years, and you just bought it and it smells of that smoke smell, this is the perfect product for that. It's going to oxidize that tar and nicotine on the walls. What you've got with this fire is kind of ashy. It's going to oxidize that smell. It's not going to make the ash go away. You're going to have to clean that up. And I would tell you, you know, if you bought a respirator for COVID, wear it while you're cleaning that up. You don't, when you sweep that dust, it's going to put that smoky dust in the air. It's going to be harder for you to breathe. So you want something over your nose and mouth and eyes if you can, because that smoke will get in there. You know the old song, when smoke gets in your eyes. Okay, we won't sing here. But it's going to make your life, your breathing life, a lot better. It's going to allow you to stay in your house. I know they're saying to stay home if you don't need to go out. We were already kind of working from home, so it's probably not a big step for a lot of people to stay home, but you still got to go to the grocery store, but there's that home delivery stuff too. And what, you know, we can't do anything about the smoke film on your contacts. I hear a lot of people complain they walk out and they can't see because now the smoke film is on their contacts. Glasses, probably can't do much about that either. You good towel and water or glass cleaner is going to work really well for that. But so you do want to avoid outside activities. But I know, you know, some people do have to go to work, do have to go to the office. So, you know, take precautions. And what about poor air quality for your pets? They're breathing that too, and their lungs are just as susceptible to that smoke and damage as ours are. Same products that we talk about for you are great for your pets. Magic, you can spray it in your hands. Again, it's water and essential oils. It's not going to harm your skin. And then pet your animal, pet your dog, pet your cat. It's going to absorb that smoke smell and keep it from infiltrating into their body. Now their lungs, you know, you've got to keep the air clean so they're not breathing that nasty smoke smell, and the Magic sprayed in the air is going to do that. The AQM circulating in the room via a fan is going to do that, keeping your air clean so they can breathe better. We had a dog, this was years ago, house down the street from us. The husband and wife both smoked like chimneys in this house for the 30 years they lived there. Guess what they died from? But we could tell where the dog came from. The dog, they really didn't pay much attention. It was a little, I don't know, it was a Bichon maybe, but had long hair. You know, you need to trim it fairly often. They never did. It was always matted. It was nasty. You hated to touch the dog, and especially because he smelled like smoke. He lived in there where they smoked every day. He was just covered in smoke smell. And maybe he got a little better protected from that going into his skin because they did never trim him. But certainly he was breathing that. And shortly after they passed away, he did too. They placed him with another family, but we knew that he didn't last very long. He would come and visit us, and you could just hear him hacking just like people do. And, you know, living in that, no matter what size your lungs are, dog, cat, have any personal experience with guinea pigs, but I gotta believe they're the exact same way. Their lungs can't take that. And with a smaller set of lungs, less smoke is more aggravating, so they're not going to last as long. So be careful of you having poor quality air for your animals as well. It doesn't just harm you and your family. There's another dog, or not a dog, another friend of mine that she would watch her grandchildren, and the parents both were heavy smokers. She passed away. These are all tragic ending stories, aren't they? But I think he still smokes. But when the kid would come over to stay with grandma, he would bring his backpack, his jacket, so he could go wherever they were going to go for the weekend. And he just reeked of cigarette smoke. When he would hand off the backpack to grandma and get it out, get the books out to do his homework, just reeked of cigarette smoke smell. You can't live in all that stuff in this enclosed area, 4 walls, and live a healthy life. You've got to do better in taking care of your air. So even if you're going to continue to smoke, Magic, we have a half-gallon size of Magic that you can put into a sprayer, spray your walls. It's going to absorb that smell. It's going to help your lungs. Now, I can't give you a whole lot of hope if you're inhaling and it's going directly into your lungs versus smelling it and going into your lungs, but it will help the other people in the house who are not the smokers. So Magic, you can spray on your walls and it will be almost like you quit. We like to say you can quit or you can smell like you quit with a little bit of Magic by Odor Exit. And again, it's water and essential oils. It's non-toxic, and we can get rid of those smells for you. So check us out at odorexit.com. ODORXIT, and it's going to absorb those odors, make your life smell better. And let's talk about some other uses for these exact same products. We've talked about the Magic and spraying your hands and putting it on your pet to kind of repel or absorb that cigarette smoke smell. It's going to do the exact same thing for dog body odor. If you're not a smoker and your dog is a sweater, he jumps into lakes and comes out stinky, or he rolls in things unknown, unseen in the backyard and comes up stinky, do the exact same thing. Spray your hands with Magic and pet your dog. Love on him, because you ain't going to love on him if he stinks. And you want to get him before he jumps on your couch. And if you don't, spray the Magic on your couch. Now, if you've got things seen that have gone from the yard to your dog, clean those off first. My dog, I guess he likes, I never see it, but it could be rabbit poop, squirrel poop, who knows. He likes to just kind of smell a spot and dive. And then it's like, I don't want to touch you. What else can you use Magic for? Baby diapers. Left pizza in your car last night and it stinks this morning. Magic, spray it in the air. It absorbs those odors. You're going to be amazed at all the stuff it can do for you. Burnt fish last night, made cabbage, garlic. Don't like garlic? Spray Magic. It will absorb all those odors. You'll be amazed at what else it can do for you. You'll be wanting more. Got stinky shoes? I know your feet don't smell. But what about your kid? What about your teenager? Stinky teenager smell. You got it. Same thing. Spray the walls, spray your drapes. Odor's gone. And then let's talk about other uses for our AQM, Air Quality Manager. It's going to manage your air and oxidize things that can be oxidized. What odors can be oxidized? Mothball smell. If you ever left mothballs in a dresser to keep the bugs away, get rid of the mothballs, put an AQM packet there, put it behind a fan, aim the fan at the dresser, the smell will be gone. Left mothballs up in your attic, well, the trick there is getting rid of all the mothballs first, because those mothballs put off a dangerous, toxic, noxic gas, and I can't tell you what it's from, but that's what makes the bugs stay away, is that toxic gas. And you've got to get rid of all those. It's a tough job in insulation. Sometimes you're going to have to replace that insulation to get rid of all the mothballs, because you can't find them because they burrow themselves in there. And once you do that, put an AQM packet up there. Now our AQM, we have two different sizes, a green and a yellow. The yellow size will do 2 bedrooms, size of 2 kind of normal bedrooms. And this green one will do a living room, dining room, kitchen area. Treat it and oxidize it. Again, cigarette smoke smells, mold, mildew, lots of other uses for both of these products. Musty basement, musty crawl space, and that air is coming up into your house just via the air system. Now there's a misnomer. Everybody wants to stick this in their furnace into the ductwork and let it spread throughout the house. There ain't that much gas that this thing puts out to make that effective. So don't do that. It's not going to work. You can maybe clean out some of the ductwork via that way, but there's not enough gas that it produces to do the whole house. So you really need one of the green one for your living room, dining room, kitchen area, one of these for each additional 1 to 2 rooms, depending on the size. We've got a lady down in Savannah, Georgia, hot, humid, beautiful, beautiful bed and breakfast. She charges almost $400 a night. That's how nice the area and the facility is. She keeps these in there because it makes the mold smell, the musty smell, go away. And it always smells clean and fresh. So other uses for your AQM, let's see. Cooking smells, curry cooking odors, heavy garlic. You know, if you've cooked those things in your kitchen for years and it's just kind of permeated, first of all, you got to wash the oils off, because curry, garlic, you know, it's all in an oil on your frying pan. It kind of gets heated, it bounces up on your walls. You got to wash those first and then put these packets in there. And in most instances, less than a week, having that gas swirl around your air, your kitchen, your rooms is going to get rid of that smell. So you can be in the room while it's working when you follow our instructions, and take care of your headaches, your stinky things going on in your house. So let me just close with, if you really need to play with matches, go in the bathroom in the bathtub and make sure when you drop them, they fall in a bucket of water. Stop starting fires in California so that the neighbors don't have to smell that horrible smoke and damage their lungs. Second of all, avoid your outside activity. And maybe first of all, I should have said, buy Odor Exit. Go to odorexit.com and get yours today, because we are going to make breathing a much easier job for you in your house, in your car, in your office. And it's going to make the biggest difference. You'll be amazed. So check us out. Thanks for tuning in. And you have a smokeless smelling day. Bye now.